Chapter 2. The country village of Dropstone. The train's looking pretty trashed, so we're stopping here for repairs. We've got at least 3 hours till we'll be ready to roll, so why don't we catch the local sites? A capital idea. Besides, who knows what information we might stumble upon in the village. The Professor, Luke and Pandora decide to take in the sights around Dropstone. Wow, Mr. Layton, how are you enjoying your time here in Dropstone? It's delightful. Every once in a while it's nice to leave the city and enjoy the countryside. The air is so fresh and clean, it must be nice to live here all the time. I'm so jealous. And so you should be, young man. There's something about this place that makes you feel like a new man. Oh, it genuinely does, Sophie. And with the village celebrating its 50th anniversary today, our timing couldn't be better. Come to think of it, your Momentary Express turned 50 this year, didn't it? Quite the coincidence. Yes, indeed it did. Sheer coincidence, of course. Still, it could have been fun to have a double anniversary celebration here at the festival. Well, we already have a grand 50th anniversary celebration planned at an exclusive venue in London. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sure your party will be on par with the excellence of your train. It will, and on that note, I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. Good day to you, Mr. Layton. Good day to you, Mr. Beluga. My, it's already been a year since she passed away. Time truly does fly by. She? Who do you think he was talking about, Professor? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Wow, look at all the stuff there is to do. I've never been to a festival before. It's so wonderful. Oh, that's right, Flora. I've forgotten how you grew up in that one little village. Luke, it's not been that long. Please, Luke. Well now's your chance to make up for lost time. Let's explore. Yes, let's. Where should we go first? Ooh, let's go look at that booth over there. I want to see what they've got. Wait for me. You two watch where you're running or you're liable to crash into something. Oh, hi, mysterious evil man. Just an old granny that way. I'm just an old man this way. And look at all the fruits and veg on this cart. It probably belongs to the person running that little stand. Oh, but it looks like one of the wheels is dented. That must make it difficult to move. Yeah, I bet it's a real pain. Oh, but you know, that reminds me of a puzzle about a dented wheel. It's Don Paolo, Sophie. In the back of the train yard, there's an old warped wheel lying on the ground, as shown below. While no longer functional, the wheel is interesting because when rolled on a flat surface, its axle traces a funny pattern if you look at it from the side. Of the 5 diagrams below, which depicts the actual path of the axle? Right, so we go dump. I want to say B.
Let's see if this
Not me.
works. Whoops, that wasn't right. Just leave it to me. Looks like I botched that one.
I mean, we can try A, Matt, because I'm also shit at these.
Let's see if this works.
Maybe
That
you're not
was
shit at
almost
these,
too
Matt.
easy.
That's right, Luke. You sure worked out that one quickly. If you've got any more puzzles, I've got answers. I'm impressed that you knew a puzzle like that. I've never heard that one before. Well, I tried my best to impress the professor. Hehe. We're doing some top secret festival prep back here, so you can't come in yet, okay? Gracious, the weather couldn't be finer for celebrating Dropstone's fancy 50th. My memory's not what it used to be, but you're not from around here, are you? Waiting for the train? How do I know, you ask? Well, this isn't the first time it's happened. As fancy as that train is, it must be in rotten shape. Chin up, Sonny. More often than not, the train gets fixed in a few hours. What with the festival and all, there's plenty to see and do here in the meantime. Thank you for the information. If I could trouble you for a moment though, I'd like to ask you about a relic known as the Origin Box. You may also know it as Pandora's Box. Oh dear me. Oh dear me, I've never heard of the dreadful thing. Never, you hear? Well, I'm not sure if I want to talk to you anymore. To be frank, I was in high spirits till you came along. Now I'm grumpier than a cat in the rain. If you want to prove you're sorry for ruining my day, solve this here puzzle. A pro golfer has the amazing ability to consistently putt distances of 3, 5, 7 and 11 metres. Strangely enough though, those are the only distances he can putt. Currently our golfer stands on the green of his ball 20 metres from the hole. What's the fewest number of strokes he can use to get the ball into the hole? Assume that if the ball is hit further than the distance remaining to the hole, it will roll over to the other side without going into the cup. So, 7... Four, isn't it? If he does 3, putts 3 metres, then putts 7 metres, then putts 7 and 3. So 4. Unless it's 7. Yeah.
And now to test my theory.
What? Oh.
Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
So, 5... Right, he needs to go 20 metres. So... If 11... He can do amazing things. Let's go with 3. I'm guessing it's uphill or something.
My theory. Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
Maybe it's downhill. Let's go with 1.
And now to test my theory.
Okay, it's 2 then.
Well, I suppose you can't win them all. Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
Ha! Wonderful.
Thanks, Matt. That's the ticket. Very nice. You've got a good head on those shoulders, Sonny. Mind you, you'd need one to wear that hat. Hey there, fellas. I'm in a real bind here. Help an old gal out, will ya? What seems to be the problem, madame? My sweet little bird fell down a hole in the ground. I want to help the poor thing, but I just can't reach her. Do you have any ideas? I believe there's something we can try. Right. Not A, because that leads straight into... Let's try B. Oh, B works, I think.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
There's my little birdie. I was worried she'd be stuck down there forever. I wish I had some way of thanking you properly. Oh, I know. Here, you can have these tea set and these lovely herbs. Take them, I insist. The tea set minigame has been added to the trunk. Oliver wants to know your location. You got the ingredient brisk berry, and... To access the tea set, touch the trunk icon, then touch the tea set icon. The tea set allows you to mix and brew a variety of herbal teas. Add multiple measures of a herb to increase that herb's effect on the tea. Yeah. When you're ready to make tea, touch the ingredients you want to use and drag them into the teapot. You'll need to put 3 measures in the teapot before you can start brewing your tea. Keep in mind that you can use more than 1 measure of the same herb in your concoctions. Once you've put your 3rd ingredient in the teapot, the lid next to it will start to wiggle. Place the lid on top of the teapot to start brewing your tea. If your creation turns out well, it will be added to your list of tea recipes. You can check your list of recipes at any time by touching Tea Time. While viewing your list of teas, touch a teacup to see that tea's name and characteristics. Once you find the tea you'd like to serve, touch Serve to pour a cup for anyone who's thirsty. There are 12 recipes in all. Try to discover as many as you can. They're sure to come in handy. Your tea was no good, what a pity. The real beauty of tea is the way different flavours of cups... Oh wait. You were putting loads of the same ingredient, but all it made was a boring one-note tea. We're putting 1 of each. Well done, 1 pot of tea coming right up. Oh, it's a little sour and a little sweet. Yum! I certainly have to tip my hat to this tea's drinkability. I imagine it would be delicious iced as well. Yep, and since it's nice and light, I'm sure just about anyone would be happy to have a cup. Yes, I myself am partial to its rather fruity aftertaste. And that's as far as we're going for now, because the funny stuff comes later. Look at all these stalls! Now this is what I call a festival! Ooh, I just love all the hustle and bustle, it's so wonderful. Shall we take in some more of the plaza's sights then? Definitely. The Professor, Luke and Flora decided on a spot of sightseeing in front of the village hall. This notice board is covered in cow posters. Must have taken ages to put all these banners up. Wow, look at those gigantic cow balloons! It looks like the villagers are setting up for the livestock competition. Livestock competition? Hi Jack, that sounds like fun. Yes, I'd certainly like to see the competition myself, but it doesn't appear quite ready to start yet. While we're waiting, can we go and see more of the village? Certainly, we can return later when the competition commences. Yay! The Professor, Rook and Flora decide to walk around until the livestock competition starts. I never forget a face, and I don't know any of yours. You must have come in on the Momentary Express. Since you're new in town, let me clue you in on a few key facts about Dropstone. I know you're interested, so don't act all bashful and reserved on my account. Listen, if you only know one name in Dropstone, make sure it's Mr. Anderson's. Not only is the man swimming in money, but he basically runs Dropstone. But he's a top bloke who treats everyone with respect, even the postman. That'll be me, by the way. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats his local postie. But even nice guys like him have troubles. I hear he spends all his time worrying about his daughter. That reminds me, I just saw a pair of unusual characters head up from the door to Mr. Anderson's house. They said they were policemen from London, but something about them seemed awfully fishy to me. You can't... 2 people, huh? Are you referring to Inspector Chalmy and his assistant? Chalmy, you say? That sounds right. He said he was here on official police business and needed to see Mr. Anderson. Do you think there's a connection between this Mr. Anderson and the illusion box, Professor? Well, it seems that Mr. Anderson serves as the head of this community. It's only natural that he'd know about who and what passes through this area. He's a big fish, alright. You're bang on the money about that. I mean, even the any of the Momentary Express drops in to pay him a visit when he's in town. Yes, I bet those 2 officers are being waited on like kings at Mr. Anderson's as we speak. But enough chit-chat. We've got a festival going on now, so go and have some fun. Oh, look at that cute little shop. Do we have time to take a peek inside? No, Flora, we don't. I can't see any harm in it. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Matt, can you add the Sophie Tuma quote and the How Many Wives quote, please? Greetings. I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. May I ask your name? Of course, my name is Herschel Layton, Professor of Archaeology, Bretton University. Charmed, sir. Welcome to Dropstone, Professor Layton. My name is Dorothea, and I am a maid in the service of the Anderson family. Tell me, what brings you to our humble village? My companions are... Matt, can you add that Jack quote and that Sophie quote? My companions and I are after an artifact known as the Origin Box. Have you heard that name before? Can't say that I have. But the Master is quite knowledgeable about curiosities such as that. I'm planning to sell for 50p. Actually, no, don't add that one. Add, what is the shape of this woman? The Master, madame? Oh yes, excuse my thoughtlessness. I keep forgetting you're new here. You see, I venture there's not a single resident of our village who doesn't know Mr. Anderson. I see, well, if it is possible, we'd be very grateful for an audience with Mr. Anderson. Normally I'd say he'd be glad to receive you, but lately he's been preoccupied with his daughter. I don't mean to pry, but has there been some issue between Mr. Anderson and his daughter? Well, yes. Just between you, me and the wall, his daughter's been secretly planning a trip alone. Secretly planning a trip alone? I hope she's not planning to run away. What's worse is that the master started to suspect something is going on behind his back. But after much discussion, we servants have decided to give her a warm send-off. So you're in support of allowing this girl to go off on her own. Why is that? Because the purpose of the trip is to fulfil the wishes of the young lady mistress's great grandmother. I see. May I inquire as to what those wishes might have been? Well, I myself have only heard scraps of the story from other people, so I can't say much. But whatever the quest is, one that the young mistress seems to feel is extremely important. Hey, look at that. Here I am, gossiping away where there's supper to prepare. Please excuse me, Professor Layton, I need to get back to work. Oh, wait a second. Rat, she's gone. Is it just me, Professor, or does it sound like Mr. Anderson's daughter is planning to leave home? If she is, doesn't it seem strange to you that the family servants are cheering her on? Yes, very. And about the consequences should Mr. Anderson find out what's going on. Sorry about the yawning. The servants must have a truly solid reason if they've resolved to keep a secret like this. What could it possibly be? I'm getting the feeling Dropstone isn't as ordinary as it looks. You're not the only one, Luke. Enough speculation, let's go and explore more of the village. Okay, Professor. Wow, look at the size of that mansion. I bet you could get lost in there. This is impressive to say the least. I'm sure that massive manor belongs to Mr. Anderson. So that's where Inspector Chow and his assistant went, right? I'd like to see this place for myself. Can we go and take a look? No, for now, I think our best course of action is to gather all information we can in the village. Besides, I imagine the Andersons already have their hands full of their current guests. Oh, it's Inspector Chalmey. Well, look who it is. Hello, Inspector. Are you returning from the Anderson estate? I don't know where you get your information, Layton, but you're as sly as a fox. As a matter of fact, I did just come from there, but Mr. Anderson himself wasn't home. Seems he's off presiding over some livestock competition or other. A likely story, I'm sure. I'm curious, have you found a connection between Mr. Anderson and the case you're investigating? Not that it's any of your business, perhaps you can be of help. I'd heard rumours that he had tried to find the Sarisian box in the past, so I went to talk to him. When I got to the house, the butler told me he wasn't at home, that I should leave at once. Can you believe it? Mind you, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just pretending not to be at home. I went out of my way to go up and see the man. The least he could do was offer me a cuppa. But why would Mr. Anderson be interested in the Sarisian box in the first place? It's anyone's guess, Luke. We won't know more until we can ask him in person. In that case, I suppose we should head over to the livestock competition that Mr. Anderson is judging. Fine. Let his baronship roll around in the mud with his precious cows. I shall be elsewhere. As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing's nothing more than a frivolous distraction for the rich. I can only assume his obsession with the box stems from the excess of time and money on his hands. If you see anything that might help this investigation, report it to me straight away, you hear? We are always happy to cooperate, Inspector. Now please excuse us. Fine, off you go. Come along, Barton. We've got work to do. Oh, yes, sir. Alright, we'd better hurry back to the competition grounds. The Professor, Luke and Flora decide to return to the site of the livestock competition. Kai, do you remember when the next puzzle gate is? I want to say it's at the cows, but I think it'll be a good. I think it is level 25, so we have passed it. I just don't. While we're near it, my goodness, look at this place. Ooh, we made it back in time to catch the competition. If we've been informed correctly, Mr. Anderson is judging the entries. So we should be somewhere around here, right? Indeed. I wonder which of the gentlemen walking around here is our man. Uh-oh, it looks like the two men over there are getting pretty hot in the core over something. I wonder what the matter is. Just look at that mangy hide. Anyone with 2 eyes can see that's no bovine of mine. I know what's going on here. Someone swapped my prize cow for this low-class heifer. Now what do you want me to do about it? Can you at least point out which cow is yours? Now how do you expect me to do that? Oh dear, this is going to get ugly. What's wrong, mister? This fella here seems convinced someone swapped this prize cow for another cow. I'm telling you, that ain't no cow of mine. My girl was perfect for from horns to tail. See what I mean? There's just no convincing him. We can't start the contest with him carrying on, but I don't know how we can clear the situation up. I'll take care of this. Cows are sure to know if any monkey business has gone on. Of course, why didn't I think of that myself? I'll leave this one to you, Luke. Excuse me, ladies, can you help us out here? I see. Did you find out anything of use? I certainly did. If I had to sum up our conversation, it would go something like this. Misinformation. D. 5 cows are grazing at the festival. 2 of them are true moo cows, a breed that only tells the truth. The other 3 are no-way cows, a different variety that are always wise. Use the following statements from each cow to work out which cows are wise. Touch your letter to mark it with an X. D is a no-way, I promise. B. Oh no, C isn't a true moo. C. A ain't a no-way cow, no way. E's a no-way if I've ever seen one. E is definitely not a true moo. Oh god. Can I have a hint, Kai? Can I have hint 2? Right. If we... Oh right, yeah. So A is false. So need to find the other one. Wait, no, we need to find the 2 others. Right. B says C isn't a true moo. So C's lying. So B's telling the truth. E. So yeah.
Just leave it to me.
No, I don't think so, Sophie.
Layton's apprentice.
At least I'm pretty sure they
again.
aren't. They might be, but it looks like these 2 ladies swapped places while waiting for the competition to start. Things should be all sorted out now though. Oh, you betcha. Look at that build, that lustrous sheen, that soulful gaze. That's my cow, no doubt. So everything's okay then? Better than okay, kid. With my darling back, I'm shooing for that blue ribbon, thanks. Oh, Luke, you certainly have a way with animals. Oh, it's nothing really. Hee. Look over there, you two. They're about to announce the winner. And the winner of this year's Dropstone Dairy Crown is... Oscar's show-stopping bovine beauty, Mootilda. Hold on now, you mean to tell me my sweet behemoth didn't take first place? You shouldn't have swapped your cow back, Grabber. If you'd kept quiet, you'd be the winner, eh? I was robbed! The competition must have been rigged, I tell you! To think he went through all that trouble to get his cow back and ended up losing because of it. Yes, I suppose it goes to show that things don't always go as planned in life. Right you are, Professor. Matt, add what Jack just said as a quote. Say, shouldn't Mr. Anderson be around here now? It's going to take some effort to find him in a crowd this dense, so let's look around a bit. 50 is in your puzzle index. We never did manage to meet Mr. Anderson, did we? Yes, what a pity. I had a feeling it would provide us with a read on the Elysian box. Hey there, fellows. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I heard you chatting about Mr. Anderson and thought to myself, hey, I can help. Here, I'll point him out. It's this one. I think.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
It looks like the wind tried to carry him off Mr. Anderson's hat. Good day, sir. I'm searching for one Mr. Anderson. Might you be him? The one and only, my friend. And with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? The name is Herschel Layton. My friends and I have come to this fine place in search of the Elysian box. I thought a man of influence such as yourself might be able to offer us some direction. The Elysian box, you say? Why would you want to go chasing after a thing like that? I take it you're familiar with it. Familiar? No, I've heard the rumours, of course, and I know it's referred to as Pandora's box. I also believe my dear mother once searched for the very box of which you speak. Interesting. Please elaborate. Ah well, my birth mother died when I was very young. The mother I speak of is actually my mother-in-law, Sophia. She founded this village way back when. The kindest soul I've ever met. Sharp too. I married into her family, but she treated me like her own flesh and blood. Since I never knew my own mother, I suppose it would be fair to call Sophia my real mother. Even after my wife passed away, Sophia continued to treat me as one of her own. Sophia looked high and low for that box, but she could never find what she was looking for. So she made efforts on her own to search for it. Fascinating. Tell me, where might Sophia be now? She left us last year. In her last day, she spent a lot of it holed up in her room, writing. Sadly, I never found out why she was so intent on getting her hands on that box. I see. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Well, my mother may have known something about the subject, but she's gone now. Now you know as much as I do. I regret that I couldn't be more help to you, sir. Not at all, Mr. Anderson. I've learned a great deal from our conversation. You have my thanks. Oh, one more thing before you go, Mr. Layton. Please take a look around you. These picturesque hills, these happy people, Dropstone has been blessed with so much. Sophia built this place from scratch into a village full of warmth and camaraderie. Dropstone must never be allowed to wither and die like so many other villages. After all, this place owes its current prosperity to the many sacrifices she made. Ah, forgive my ramblings. Once I start talking, I sometimes have trouble stopping. Enjoy your time in Dropstone and be well. Good day. Looks like that was another dead-end weed. Oh, I wouldn't say that, Luke. It would appear that this village is inextricably linked to the Elysian box. I also find Mr. Anderson's choice of words interesting. I wonder what he meant by sacrifices. Wow, that is something we must ponder later. Now, let's make our way to the station. Ooh, right, Professor. The Professor, Luke and Flora decide to head back to the train station. The place is positively crawling with people, isn't it? Careful, Flora. If you don't watch where you're going, you're likely to run right into someone. Oops, sorry. This is all new to me, so that I forget to pay attention to where I'm going. Understandable. After all, it's quite different to what you're used to. Well, Flora, you certainly seem to be excited. Just don't stand around gawking for too long or we might accidentally leave you behind. Wow, what's that? Ooh, and look, there's another one over here. Huh? Professor? Luke? Where did you two go? Eek! Oh no! Professor, the ore is gone! And nothing of value was lost. Oh dear, we must have become separated in the crowd back there. Let's retrace our steps. It's going to be awfully hard to find out with all these people about. Now where could that girl have gone off to? Woo! Flora, where did you run off to? Oh, she's fine. Oh no, oh fuck. Why did she have to be alive? Sorry, there were so many people there, I must have lost you. I turned to look at something and before I knew it, you two were gone. Well, I'm relieved you found your way back to us. With so many people around, who knows how long it could have taken us to find you. I'll be more careful from now on, I promise. Although, you know, I had a few interesting things whilst I was wandering around over there. Oh, what did you hear? That a man named Romy was asking around after the Elysian box. If we can track him down, maybe he can tell us something we don't know. I heard from one person that he's been wandering around near the station. That is interesting news. Let's head to the station and see if we can find this Romy. Good on you, Flora. That's some top-notch intelligence you gathered out there. Hee hee hee, or it was nothing. Right, let's go back to the wake. Phew! It's Gabe! That should to do it. Good afternoon. What are you doing there, sir? Me? Oh, I'm just doing a little fishing in this here wake. Sounds like a lot of work. Have you had much luck? Actually, that's a good question. Now that I think about it, how many have I managed to catch today? Kai, can you give hints? Right. That fish won't be caught, I don't think. Can I have hint 2, Kai? Oh, you're in game, Matt. How many official fish in the pond will be caught when the net is pulled up? Right. If we... Right. Can I have hint 3, Kai? We'll go with 16.
Here goes.
Welcome, Tom. You've
stumped.
missed your character arc in this game. we are just guessing here.
Just leave it to me. Oops, that wasn't right.
But welcome, Tom.
Here goes. Well, I'm stumped.
Let's try 0. Kai, is it high? Is it between 10 and 16, or is it lower than 10? Okay, we'll go with 4. Actually, we'll go with 7.
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
Woohoo! What a haul! Tonight I feast like a king. This is Gabe. What? Hi, Gabe. Meet Gabe. Woohoo! What a haul! Tonight I feast like a king. Right. I think we're going to go find Romy, speak to him, and then we'll finish off. Oh, Mr. Layton, do you have a moment? Certainly. How may I be of assistance? It seems you've done a great deal of investigating today. Tell me, during the course of your inquiries, you didn't hear anything about my daughter, did you? Your daughter, sir? Yes, Katia. You see, she hardly ever comes home since her grandmother Sophia passed away. Sophia and my daughter are very close, so her death came as a great shock to Katia. See, we found Sophia. This is the closest we've come to Sophie in this series, I think, so there we go. So her death came as a great shock to Katia. If you should see her, would you please tell her that her father wishes she'd come home? If a fine gentleman such as yourself delivers the message, she might listen. Unfortunately, our train is leaving soon, so I may not be able to be much help at all. Katia is, my only child. She means everything to me, and I'd be forever in your debt if you could help me. I wonder what kind of person this Cartier is. Your guess is as good as mine. But judging from her family and upbringing, I'd imagine she's both beautiful and refined. Layton, you can't just judge a lady by what you've heard of her. Steady on, Professor! Hold on a moment, Professor. Could that man over there be Romy? I heard that you've been inquiring around the village about an antique known as the Elysian Box. Oh yeah, that thing. People say it kills whoever manages to prise open its lid. Pandora's box, they call it. I just found out about it during the course of my travels, but that box isn't what I'm really after. Well then, if I may be so bold as to ask, what are you looking for, sir? A phantom town that's nowhere to be found on any map. A place only the chosen may visit. The only way in, I hear, is on the Momentary Express. That train and its many mysteries have been the subject of my research for years. From what I can tell, this artifact you're after, this Elysian Box, is also tied to that town. Wow, so when can we set out for it? How do we get there? Yeah, that's the one detail I haven't managed to pin down yet. Maybe you whisper the password when you're on the train and whoosh, as that goes in a new direction. Anyway, it's probably something like that. I'll just have to keep searching until I find a way in. Interesting. Thank you for your time. Professor, did you hear that? I think we've finally got a new lead on the Elysian Box. It's a bit early to celebrate, but it looks like our journey on the Momentary Express isn't over yet. Alright, you two, let's start making our way back towards the station. Okay, Professor. We're not finished repairing the train yet. I say you're going to need to solve, 30 or more puzzles